Assalamu alaikum everyone. Okay, let's continue to the loops again. In this session, I will continue the interactive loops. That is while loop. While loop used for constructing, making a interactive programming in which a user or a programmer or end user will all run the program as long as there is a requirement or a demand. Okay, so interactive programs loops allows a user to repeat certain amount portion of the program or set of statements of a program on demand as long as there is values input is correct, as long as the user is willing to enter the values correct, it will keep running, right? So we see this very beautiful, we'll see this with the help of one beautiful example. It is given in the book. So we have a while loop, interactive loop to compute the sum of entered numbers. So in this one, I have a variable, some variable to calculate the, to accumulate the input numbers and to calculate the sum, and to track the number of steps, use the count. And initially I'm assuming, do you like your user wish, user interest or demand, they say assume as a s, right? So whenever the program runs here, do you wish to continue, we say yes, and we say yes or no, like in the intent of a programmer, right? So if from that one I just want to capture the first value, I want to read the first value. How do you get this one? So more data of 0, is it equal small y or equal to capital Y? I just want to ignore the remaining characters. Okay, f, s, you write whatever the spelling, as long as it is y, it is the small letter or uppercase, a smaller case, it will accept the value, right? So once this data is, this condition is true, this is like or, this or is a boolean operator here, you can say boolean operator. It will check the condition, either this should be true or this to be true. Any one of the statement is true, the whole condition is true, right? So let's see this, assuming the first case. So first case, more data of 0 is equal to y, yes. This is not necessary, I mean it will check of course, but at this moment for our body, this is the main program code, so that will execute because the condition is true. And this one, it will ask you enter the number, so you need to enter the number, that number is equal to x, that will add to this sum variable. Again it will increase the value of count, then again it will ask you a user to input, do you want to wish to continue, like yes or no. So as long as you enter yes, yeah, something, right, it will keep running, it will keep running, the value of sum will get computed, and the increment will happen. Again it will ask you, so once you enter no, this will say here, so more data of no, nah, nothing, then it will is not equal to y, small y, capital Y, it will exit, then it will print the value of sum, it will print the count, right? Let me show you the help of program running. You see, enter the number, I say here 5, do you wish to continue, I say yes. Okay, okay, then you say enter 7, do you wish to continue, I say, I just write f, both are y, you just see the first character, that's more data. Or you can just write hard coded s, lazim s, yes, that's how it depends on. Okay, I just for my courses, okay, just I'm taking first character. So here you say 6, so do you want to continue, you say yeah, right, it will keep asking, right? So you just say 9, you want to continue, say no, now whatever, just say anything character besides y, it will consider as no, then it will stop the program. The sum is 27 and you have 4 count, 1 2 3 4 times you repeated the loop. So that's is called interactive. This is interacting with the user. It is called indefinite because it will never know when it will stop, right? It all depends on the user input. This is the way you control the loops. This is called interactive loop. So we have another loop. This is what I explained here with the help of example and algorithm. This is explained with the help of algorithm, the steps, and this is an example here, right? So this is an output, the same program here. The another type of loop is sentinel loops, right? You see, here you are like keep entering the s value, capital S, small y, I mean, yeah, like you are having something like, entering a character strings. So we need another approach, like we have another style of program, is another interactive way is sentinel loop. A loop continues to process the data until reach a special value. What is the value that signals the end of the program? Whenever you receive something, like example here, you are reading some file, okay, you are reading a list of numbers, right? Whenever you read numbers start from 1, assume 1 2 3 4, or some data is reading, so you assume there is a break point, there should be some break point. Until you reach that break point, a target, then you stop the loop, right? So here in this previous one we have a breakpoint like s no, like a no. But in this case I want something which is automatically, I don't want no, I want something numbers, number way. So that value is specified. The special value is called sentinel value. Okay, this special value sentinel must be distinguishable from the data. It must, it's not a part of data, it should not be a part of it, is must be different value, distinguish. So it is not processed as part of the data. This is also very important. Okay, so just showing this part, something different color. So it's not a part of the data, it is can be distinguishable from the data, existing data. Example here, see, let me explain with the help of example. There is something like, you know, instead of where is the example here, sentinel value. So in this one I'm using a negative number, negative, because you see calculation of any student marks, there is of course there is no negative marks. Okay, the marks are always greater than or equal to 0, greater than or equal to 0. So I want to do the calculation. You enter the numbers, keep enter the numbers, enter course 1, course 2, course 3 numbers, course 4 numbers, course 5, you have hundreds of courses. Okay, so as long as you enter any negative number less than 0, the program stops, so this is what here, the same program, instead of string I'm taking a number, reading a number, positive number, enter a positive number, negative to stop or quit, exit. So you get the number. Now make sure this number is greater than 0. It's not 0. If it is less than 0, it will not enter. So here first case you must make sure you enter the loop. To enter the loop you must enter the number positive. Now when you enter positive or equal to 0 also, you can enter 0 also, right? It is equal here. So then you calculate the sum, you count the value, again you repeat the same thing here. Take the copy, enter the positive number, right? So this loop will continue as long as you enter the positive number. Once you enter any negative number, this will exit, right? So hope you understand. Let me run this sentinel loop. So example here I can say, sorry, I just enter blank value, just need to repeat this on the file. Okay, enter some positive number here, example 5. I have 34, I have 90, I have 300, I can take any number, right? I can 23. Now once you enter here minus 5, anything minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, anything minus number, it will exit. The sum is 452, right? So it's like this. So this minus 5 is not a part of calculation. It will not cut part. It's just like a termination. It's like a breaking the loop. This is called sentinel value. This is called sentinel value, special value. Basically, we don't enter minus 5, we enter minus 1. You see, just initial value. Hope it is clear. But what if you want minus also? Question comes. No, teacher, we want minus. No, I have my client, my customer says I want minus also. I want to do calculation of sum of positive and negative number. Then in this case, you are bound to use some string, because string is not part of calculations, you know. So you want to use minus also, then you have to use the string. So there's another part of sentinel is string. Same program, enter the number, take the number as a string, right? You take the number as a string. Okay, it's not a number, it's just input. You see, so I'm not converting any number here, it's a string. Now I'm checking if string is not equal to space. So anything is not equal to space, just convert again, because since you're entering a number, you must convert because you need to adding, right? So convert the string and add to the sum, again the iteration. Now repeat the same step, this part. Now here space, actually this empty space, this is a space, misafa, right? So until there is no calculation for space for in addition subtraction, right? So let me show you this part. So this is a sentinel value using empty string. This is very important one also. So run the program. You see here, I am entering here 5, I enter 6, again 5, again minus 5, again minus 4, again 0. It keep running. Even minus also keep running. 3, until you enter space. Here, if you do not enter any value, just hit enter. It will exit. It will exit. Do not enter any other thing. This will repeat as long as it is not equal to space. If it is space, it will exit. Space here, right? So this is 4. Sum is 4. So this is sentinel loop here. This is what we explain here. This one, this one, this one, sentinel value until here. So we have finished this while loop also, the previous part 1, because we said this entering, we have seen, I just explained you, we have seen sometimes we enter the wrong values. So these values are from the keyboard we are entering. So we don't want something such, keep entering values from this keyboard. We want a separate file. So always get the numbers from the file. You have seen the file processing, right? Which are very, very important for the exam point of view also. So you need to work on the file. This is already finished in the last session 1. Okay, I mean in the first part of this chapter recorded. So we have completed until 39. So we are now, you can complete the week 10 and 11 without any issues, right? So the task of week 10 and week 11, which is already available in the blackboard account. So we will see the nested loop in the lab, which are very simple. Okay, so nested loop and operators tomorrow, inshallah. Good luck.